thank you for tuning into the pod. This is Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward, and it's the road to Avengers Endgame. I wanted to talk about all the movies in a different type of format, so here we are. Today's episode, I'll be talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp and the original Ant-Man. For me, I really enjoyed the original Ant-Man because it was a change of pace. Just like Guardians of the Galaxy was a change of pace, I think this movie was a change of pace. Both Ant-Man movies take place after Avengers films. These big films. So you have to switch it up. You can't go with another big film after an Avengers film. The first Ant-Man comes out after Age of Ultron. We see what happened, with the Avengers, and now we're taken to this smaller story. No pun intended. It's a heist movie, but it's also a movie about a father trying to get his relationship back with his daughter, trying to do the right thing, and they pull it off. It's a good movie. People didn't really know who Ant-Man was before this movie, and same thing with the Guardians. So it did a good job of establishing the character, establishing his friends, the abilities of the suit. Again, he's not a superhero. He's a regular guy in a suit, but he does have certain abilities, because he's a thief. But the tech that they introduced is cool. The PIM particles, him shrinking, communicating with the ants. The ants were very cool. They had some personality too. Him making things bigger. It was just, his training montage was cool. Just seeing him put in the work and mess up, but get a better understanding and get better communication with the ants. It was something fun to watch. Again, early Marvel movies lacking in the villain department, and Darren Cross, he doesn't see himself as a villain. He just wants to be like Hank Pym, so he develops his own suit, the yellow jacket. He wasn't in the suit enough. I guess that was the problem for me. Like, he was just Darren Cross for the most part, and just being the evil businessman, taking the company, and he was just doing shady stuff. But when he got in the suit, he didn't really do a lot in the suit. They had the good moments when they was fighting in the briefcase. Like, the action sequences in this movie are really, really good. The train sequence, the sequence in the briefcase, even when they land in the backyard and he hits the light as a bug, all that stuff was great. It was great. It was incredible, and I wasn't expecting that from this movie, and I think it surprised a lot of people. Of course, it was, again, very funny, with Michael Pena's character Lewis being the standout, fan favorite with his storytelling. But we can't forget about the other two guys. They were also funny, when they got the cops to chase them and, be a distraction. But this movie did a good job of establishing new characters for us to enjoy. Michael Douglas as Hank Pym. He was good. He wasn't Ant-Man that we thought it was going to be. He was older, more, savvy, kind of bitter, but he was a mentor to Scott Lang, which is really cool, which is something they did with Iron Man being a mentor to Spider-Man. It works. The dynamic works. And it was, again, a change of pace from something stressful as Avengers Age of Ultron. So moving on to moving on to Ant-Man and the Wasp, coming off of Avengers Infinity War, which was daunting to say the least. It very emotional ending to that movie. So we need to step away from all of that. And Ant-Man and the Wasp did a great job of making us laugh again, because at the end of Infinity War, we were not smiling, we were not laughing, we were hurt. So Ant-Man and the Wasp was the comedy we needed. Again, very funny. Lewis with his storytelling, very funny. Ant-Man, he's having issues, especially after Civil War. He's on house arrest. His suit is malfunctioning, and that's when we get the Wasp, another strong female character. Not only is she strong, she's really smart. She's not dependable on Ant-Man. Yes, there is a relationship, but she's willing to jump in headfirst to solve the problem. And she has really cool action sequences. The villain, a little bit better this time around with Ghost, but I wish there was more to her because she has a right to be a villain. You know, she's doing something for a cause because she's technically dying. So yeah, she's a bad person, but there was reasons for it, and they gave us a quick little backstory about the stuff. But I wanted to see more with her because I really liked her character. She didn't say too much, but I liked the phasing and everything. That was cool. The fight scenes with Wasp, that was interesting. It was something different, and I like how they took the technology and they made it even better. So now they're shrinking cars and buildings, and that stuff is incredible. The Hot Wheels set where they have all their different cars, and that it's just a lot of fun. You know, something different, something that we needed after watching Infinity War. And Ant-Man as a character, he's a better father in this movie, and he's a better human in this movie. It's not like other movies where his tech is so drastically different that he becomes an even better hero. Yes, he did turn into Giant Man, and it was a short sequence, and it was very cool to see. But in terms of being a hero, I don't think it was about that. You know, it was about him doing what's right and helping Hank and Hope, you know, find Janet. And I think in this movie, it was needed. Like, not only the quantum realm stuff, but just a change of pace, not always focusing on the big hero moment, because it was Hank that went in to the quantum realm. It wasn't Scott. So it was more of him being a better human, a better person to the people who care about him the most and really take care of him and looked out for him, even though he messed up when he fought with Cap in Germany. But these two movies, they fit perfectly inside the MCU, and they are needed, and more movies like this is going to be needed. Like, we don't, like I said with the trilogies that I talked about, Cap, Iron Man, Thor, we don't know if we get into part 4 for those movies, and it doesn't really matter to me because I know Marvel will come up with some other movie that will take their place, and it'll just make you feel good. And maybe we don't get a third Ant-Man, but I'm sure we're going to get another character that's smaller in scale, funny, and it focuses on different things, not just the big I'm the hero moment. You know, like this, again, heist movie, but really family is involved. The first movie, it was Scott, you know, trying to get a connection with his daughter, you know, trying to do the right thing for his daughter. And then in this movie, it's getting Janet back for Hank and Hope. I really do like both Ant-Mans. For me, I would give the slight edge to Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Slight edge, really slight edge. I like Lewis better in Ant-Man 1 because he tells more stories, but Ant-Man 2 for me it's just a little bit better with these two movies. But what are your thoughts on Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp? Do you like these movies? Do you like the smaller scale Marvel movies, you know, with a comedy focus, and you know, it's not all about the big explosions and stuff like that? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe. Thank you for listening. Deuces.